Ever feel frustrated by checking your system performance manually? So you are not alone. I have been there too. So to find the solution in this video, I will show you how to take control and automate your CPU uses with this simple bash script. So no more repetitive works, no more guessworks. And I'm sure by the end of this video, you will not only understand how to write, automate, and schedule bash scripts like a pro, but you feel confident by building your own automation tools. And also, stick around till the end because I will share some pro tips that can completely change how you manage your systems forever. So, let's start it. Let's take few minutes to check what we want from our script. Firstly, we want CPU uses. Second, we want script sends mail to us once CPU uses reach its threshold. Lastly, we want script to send recovery mail as well. I'm on my VS Code editor and this is our script. So let's walk through the script. So on the first line, you can see we have written like bin bash. It is only you used to tell the system that our script run on bash. Okay, we are running this script as a bash script. Second, we have the configuration, or you can say the properties that are some static properties like threshold, mail to, log file, state file, host name, date. Okay, so we have keep the threshold 80. So if the CPU uses is more than 80%, then we got a mail. We got a mail on this email ID. Okay, we are making a log file as well. Like in the home directory, I'm making the log file but in the production, we have a different home directory, can be anything. Okay, I'm creating this state file as well to check the status alert state like that. If we have send alert one time, and if the CPU is still that, so we don't get any repetitive states or mails on that. Next property we have the host name, okay, and lastly we have date, okay. So now let's walk through our functions, okay. So for the edge case, we have write the check dependencies function, okay. To work with this script, we are we we must have the commands like top, awake, and mailx. Mailx is the mail utility that we use in Unix and Linux. Okay, so mailx will help us to send the mail to the receiver. Okay, so we are checking if these are not there, then we will exit. Okay, so this if validation is only this. It check if command is present, okay, then it will work, else it will exit. Okay, so our function, our script will exit if any one of these three commands will not found. Okay, next, this is our core function that is handling our logic. Okay, so here we are checking the CPU uses. Okay, so we are extracting the CPU uses using the top command. We have local variable uses and we store the output of our top command to the CPU. Oh, to the uses variable. Okay, just like that. So this command would work like that. it grabs all CPUs, okay, and on the eighth position, it subtracts from 100. Okay, so I will let you know in some time, like what is exactly is hearing. So as per our logic, we are getting the CPU uses like that, like we are subtracting the ideal state of our CPU from the 100%. Okay, so we got only the uses. It's just like you can say, like if my CPU, my idle CPU is 80%. Okay, then 100 minus 80, it would be 20. So my CPU is using 20%. Okay, so it's like that. Next, this is the empty or invalid values if you got. If the uses is empty or uses is having some random values which is not be a exact value that we want, so we are echoing that zero. And if it is, then we will make the uses is zero. Okay, else we are getting the uses. And if any point, like we got 8.2 or 80.2, so it will remove the decimals and we get the exact whole number as a uses variable. So next we have functions to send alert mails and the recovery mails. So most of the are the same. Okay, it's just like we have changed the subject line, like first we are sending the alert CPU alert message, and on the recovery we are sending the recovery, okay, mail. So content can be anything. You can make your own content, what you want to send or things. Okay, so here you can see that we are mail Xing the subject and mail to. Okay, so the mail to is the mail address that where we want to send the mail. That is we get from that's the configurations things. Okay, and subject is the local variable that we have created inside this function. Okay, so message is our mail that we are sending. So we have created a variable message, and under message we are sending our pre-formatted mail that we want to send. Okay, so you can see that echo message mail X to the subject, and then once the mail is sent, we are logging it to the log file as well. Okay, so next we have the recovery mail. So it works when we normalize our CPU uses, then recovery mail should send. This is a function for our log message. Okay, so now this is our main logic. We are done with the functions, and now it's time to call these function in our main logic. You can say it is a main method. Okay, so first we are checking the dependencies. If it's good, then we move forward. Okay, else we got exit. Secondly, you can see now we have created two variables like CPU uses and CPU int. So the CPU uses get the CPU uses from our CPU uses function, and CPU int is storing the whole value, okay, not the decimal value, in the CPU from the CPU uses function. Okay, so next we are checking if CPU int is having some issue, like is not within the numbers. Okay, okay, so it will print the message like invalid CPU value uses. Okay, and our program will exit. Next, we will check if the CPU int variable is greater than the threshold. Okay, then we will checking. Okay, if the file is not there, then we will sending the alert. Okay, so here state file means it is like in the configuration we have sent like we have created the state file which keeps the state of the CPU. If that file is not found, okay, so our scripts suggest that this is a fresh alert and it will send the email to the team, okay, on the mail address. Else, if the state file is present, okay, so it will only alert on the console like alert already sent for this threshold unit. Okay, send if CPU if CPU uses is less than the threshold L, then we will check the state file. Okay, then we will send a we will check if the state file is present. If it is there, so we will send a normal mail, that is our recovery mail. Okay, and after sending the recovery mail, we are removing the state file because we are removing the state file because it is no longer required for this alert. Okay, if we get any another alert, then it will prevent us. So once the state file is removed, we are good. So in case we got new alert, it will check on the state file. Okay, state file is there, so it will send the file. Okay, so once we have the normal threshold, then we will see the recovery mail on our desired mail box. So that's all for our script. I hope you fully understand this script and you will find it on my GitHub directory as well. So guys, we are at our terminal to test our script. Okay. So before testing, let's check how our CPU is performing. Okay. And so let me grab only the CPU. Okay, we are only interested in the CPU. So you can see currently our CPU is 98.4% is idle. Okay, so before running the script, let's run one test that exhaust our CPUs like that. Okay, so I'm running this on 6 cores with the CPU load is 100% and timeout with is 60 seconds. So within a 1 minute, it got auto resolve. Okay, so let's run this script. So this script is running. Let's check on the next terminal. What is the idle state now? So again, we run -pn. So now you can see our idle time is 0. So let's run our script. Okay, my script is residing in the this, so I am running this script. So as you can say, the CPU uses is 100%, which is greater than our threshold limit. That's it is sending alerts. Now let's check the alert mail. Okay, so I'm using some temp mail IDs to test this. As you can see, we got the alert like this is our script sending. So the CPU uses is 100%. This is a monitoring script. Okay. So let's go back to our terminal and You can see the script is successfully completed. So now the load should goes down. Okay, you can see the CPU is 100% idle. So let's run this script again and check if we got the recovery mail or not. So you can see our CPU uses is 1%, which is less than the 80%. So it is sending the recovery mail. Okay. So next, let's check the if we got the recovery mail or not. Okay. So if we back to the list, should be having two mails now. Okay. That is our recovery mail as well. Okay. So this is how our script is working. You have just seen how a simple bash script can automate CPU monitoring. But as I said in starting, before you go, here are some few pro tips that will make you a true bash automation master. So let's start. Tip number one, always start your script with hash bin bash. And you can also use set eo pipe pipe fail. Okay, it's like giving your script a safety helmet. Tip number two, always use functions instead of repeating code. It keeps your script clean, readable, and scalable. Tip number three, try to automate your tasks using cron jobs. Once you master that, your script will run even while you sleep. Means once you automate your script using the cron jobs, it run on the scheduled time and provide the output. Okay, but before turning it on the cron jobs, you must be fully confident that your script is working quite good. Tip number four, always use absolute path in your scripts, especially for crons. It's a small thing basically, but it can save you huge debugging time, trust me. And last tip, before running any script in production, check it with shell check. It's just like a Grammarly but for bash. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next videos. Till then, keep automating, keep learning.